Hello everyone, Game Horizon here and welcome back to another episode of Colony Ship Build. So every time I make a video about this damn thing, I've been working on it for over 2 years and I apologize for not uploading sooner. Basically, it just goes into a 3-4 months hiatus and I just don't want that to happen. I really wanted to finish it, put it up on the Steam Workshop for you guys to check it out. For that to actually happen sooner rather than never, I'm gonna change the way I make these videos. So instead of recording for 6-7 hours and then cutting all those footage, turn it into a 20-30 minute videos, I just decided to change this format. Now I'm just gonna spend multiple days, up to a week, work on different parts of the ship, different modules, finishing those out, grab a few clips here and there, and then put together all of those clips, edit the parts that needed to be edited, do a voiceover, put music, and voila. The video is ready to be uploaded, and hopefully this way I can finish this damn thing sooner than never. I honestly really like this ship and I don't want it to become yet another unfinished project. I guess we all have that one ship that we know is gonna be really good, but since it's really big and it requires a lot of work, we just kind of forget about it, we get lazy about it basically. So I'm just gonna change the format and hopefully I can finish it. And I think it's working, so enough talking, let's get to the build, shall we? But first, here's a quick tour of the ship. First thing first, I need to work on the part that I always refuse to work on for some reason, and that's the wall that's gonna separate the hangar from the, I guess we can call it the habitation area, the city. So let's work on that. And just a reminder for those who don't know, I have this whole design language for the ship, and that's using a lot of glass wherever I can and places that basically make sense, so I'm just gonna use a lot of glass wherever I can. Okay, for this part of the ship where we have our giant circular window here, I got a cool idea. It just came in my mind while I was doing a voiceover. I had no idea what I was actually gonna say about that. I did a little bit of recording and I was like, okay, I need to say something about this area. So what if we turn this specific area into a commute or like a gathering area or maybe an observatory, and have our gravity, instead of basically horizontally, we can have it vertically, so the giant window is gonna be right above us and we can turn it into a really cool commute area. Oh, by the way, in the last video where I worked on the core module, the reactor core module, I saw a few people mentioning that that's not gonna be enough power to run the ship. Well, and don't worry, first of all, we got over 600 batteries on the ship and I can fit a few more reactors. I can hide them basically in the nacelles if I really want to. And here's actually a quick look at how much power the ship uses when we are providing thrust in all three directions, up, forward, and maybe like left or right. 88. So we are hitting 88%, and I think that's really good. Alright, time to work on the cargo module. But first, guys, I need to ask you something. So on the, is it the right? Yes, on the right, we have a empty space, and in the last video I mentioned that I'm gonna turn that part of the ship into a cargo storage. There's really no need for that. I can use that for something better. Actually, I got two ideas in my mind, and they are both very complicated, and they're both gonna introduce clang to the ship, which actually was originally the idea anyway. So a few videos ago I've said that I'm not gonna actually work on the 3D printer, but the idea is actually back on the table. But there's another one. What if we turn this whole section into a ship storage area or module? You know, I can just have a moving platform right on the landing pad and can move ship up and down. Or I can turn this section into a 3D printer. Again, let me know in the comment section. I like both of them, and I actually don't like both of them because clank again. So it's really up to you guys. Let me know. Let's continue. So let's talk about the cargo storage. If you've noticed, there are no conveyor. None of these cargo modules are connected to the ship main piping system. I just wanted these to be a complete, isolated and separated cargo modules by themselves, and I'm gonna attach connectors to each one so we can load and unload things that we don't want the rest of the ship be able to just access to. So I guess that's one of the main reasons I actually did it. That's actually the main reason I did it. While we are at it, I've decided to put a few holes in the comment section, on the core module comment section, so we can actually see ships going in and out. I think that was not a bad idea. Alright, time to work on the hydrogen backup generators. The port you guys just saw was the way we can load ice into the hydrogen engine, I think they're called, I don't really remember. But first, we need to be able to get to the refinery room, or like the production module of the ship. And there are only two ways that we can access the refinery. I keep saying refinery. There are only two ways that we can access the production module. One from inside the ship and one from the outside. The outside, well, that's just for emergency times. So if we want to be able to access from the inside the ship, we need catwalks. And it turns out using catwalks actually works really well with the rest of the catwalks that are inside the production module. So I'm gonna come back when we start working on the hydrogen engines, the backup system. Okay, finally, we can start working on the backup system. The last time I've played the Space Engineer Survival was, I believe, 2 years ago, maybe less. And we didn't had hydrogen engine back then, so I've never actually used it properly. I guess if we want to get it to work properly, we need ice. We need to turn the ice into hydrogen, and then we need to turn hydrogen into power. So we need storage to store our ice, and then we need H2 and O2 generator to turn the ice into hydrogen and oxygen, and then we need hydrogen tank to store our hydrogen, and then the generators themselves. I hope that's the right combination to use. Let me know if it's not. Now, time to work on another module. Now, this one might be a controversial decision to have it in this part of the ship, and that's, well, the CIC. Now, let me explain. On the left, we have our core and the reactor, so we can easily check and make sure everything is working fine. Of course, there are sensors and stuff like that, but it's really good to have a visual confirmation. On the right, we have our production area. Right behind the CIC, we have our generator, and then behind the generator, well, we have the storage area, and right above us, we have the hangar. Also, let's not forget about the great view we can have outside the ship, especially when we are trying to fly in atmosphere. We can just look down and see how far we are from the ground. Yes, there are sensors, we can use those. We have HUD that can tell us how far we are, how close we are to the ground, stuff like that, but visual confirmation is something else. Also, we can have another bridge or CIC right on top of the ship. It's not a big deal, or maybe right in front of the ship. It doesn't really matter. I think it's a really good place to have our CIC, and we can even have our habitation area, or like the crew quarter for the main ship crew right here, and where those slope windows are. was really important to have some kind of escape route, escape system. So I thought to myself, well, we have this glass area and we have this empty space right underneath both the CIC and the hydrogen generator. So let's use it, let's utilize it and turn it into a small launch pad, something like that. You guys are gonna see what I mean once it's finished, and all we need is just a small shuttle inside of it. I think it's a good idea actually. Now for CIC module interior, originally I was gonna go with 3 floor, but I stuck with 2. I think that's enough. You can have all the station you need. There are gonna be a lot of LCDs to show all the necessary information you need. We can run all kinds of scripts if you want to, and that's pretty much it. All it's left to do is add bunch of lights, add a little bit of mood to it, and I guess that's it. Now, of course, we need to be able to get in and get out of the CIC. So, how about a sky bridge? Can you even call that a sky bridge? I mean, sure, why not? By the way, the sky bridge and the walkway to the command module for the reactor core are both connected, and they both leads to in the future episode they both will lead to the habitation area, or like the crew quarter for the crew, and to the rest of the ship. Okay, I'm gonna work a little bit on the access point and the airlocks that's gonna connect these areas together. There's really no need to go in depth and show everything, so a little bit of fast moving clips. So if you have problem watching those, please skip the video. And that's pretty much it. We worked on the wall that separates the hangar from the rest of the ship. We worked on hydrogen generator, backup hydrogen generator. We worked on the CIC, the sky bridge, and what else? Oh, the storage area, and a few things here and there. Anyway, if you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like. If you didn't, please consider leaving a dislike, and please let me know how I can improve my videos. And sorry again for my bad English, not my main language. And for the next few weeks, I'm gonna spend more time on this channel trying to get it up. I have a very important announcement coming in very soon. I'm really excited about that. And if you guys have anything in mind about the video, please go ahead in the comment section, leave it down there, and let me know your opinion on the thing that I mentioned in the video about 3D printer or storage area for the ships. And if you have any more suggestion, please leave it down in the comment section. I get inspired by all of you guys and ideas all the time. It's great. And that's pretty much it. Thank you guys again for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Fly safe. Take care.